Hey, what's going on, guys? Logdotzip here. Welcome back to Only One Command in Minecraft Redstone series, where I showcase you amazing command block creations, redstone mods, vanilla mods, if you will, that change up your Minecraft 1.8 world and do some amazing things. Yes, that is floating water behind me. This one is easily the biggest command block creation, only one command we have done yet. It is a doozy. I present to you industrial machines in vanilla Minecraft using only command blocks. We have 8 amazing contraptions to show off and a little bit of a bonus contraption to show off at the end here. Whether it is automatically harvesting machines that will replant seeds, perhaps you need a fire block in your world that will burn mobs the moment they are nearby them. Maybe you need a mechanical sponge that will perpetually keep water outside of its radius. Perhaps you want to break some stone and turn it into cobblestone. Turn that cobblestone into some gravel, perhaps, and so on and so forth. Maybe you just want to freeze some water every time you place it down. Or even a tree that you saw planted right before your eyes that gets cut down instantly with a tree cutter. That is not even the half of it, folks. It's actually more than half of it, but who's counting? Anyways, this command block creation was created by MacLeod. You'll be able to find a link to their channel as well as the command you need to add this to your Minecraft world in the description of this video. So go check out both those links because we've got some crazy stuff to review in today's video. I look forward to you watching it, and if you look forward to only one command on the channel, you want to see more on the channel as well, then do make sure you drop a like on the video. This is a crazy, insane command block creation that we're going to be reviewing today. So if we could get 2,500 likes, I would love you guys forever. Seriously, that would be sweet. So if we could hit that, that would be amazing. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed for more amazing creations that I'd love to show off to you guys. And without further ado, oh, I forgot to show off this one. This one's pretty cool too. Turns into iron ingots. It's time we showcased all these amazing things. Now, the first thing we want to show off here is the quarry, although this is not the place to do it. I was just messing around with the quarry settings, come to find that you don't want to set up the quarry. I'll tell you why. Don't set it up in a mesa. I'll tell you why in just a second. So let's just set it up over here in this lovely, beautiful swamp. I'm just losing so many points right now with this video. To set up the quarry, all you're going to do is place a chest down, place a hopper on top of that chest leading into the chest, and then place a diamond block on top of that hopper. Now you're all set. The last thing you need to do to activate this sucker is to just stand right on top of it. I'm tripping over my words right now. I just tripped over those words as well. You'll see the quarry instantly begins to take action adjacent to the chest right here. And you'll see what it's doing is it is teleporting all of the blocks that it is breaking right on top here. You'll notice there's a little bit of spillage, which is just nobody likes spillage. So what I would recommend you do instead is also attach some hoppers to the center hopper to make sure that they are all going to be making their way, you know, one way or another into this chest. And you can see right here, it's all collecting. The really cool thing about the quarry here is that once it reaches something like coal, which I'll show you in just a second, 3 hours later. Okay, here we go. See, this is what I'm talking about. It will actually leave any ores that can be mined with the fortune enchantment to be mined on your own at a later point. It doesn't touch them. So any diamond you find, any coal, emerald, lapis, anything that can be affected by the fortune enchant, it will leave for you to come get later. I actually think that's a pretty sweet thing, but it will mine stuff like iron, stone, gold, anything that is not affected by fortune will be grabbed away and whisked over here. Ooh, that is getting mighty messy. Now, one thing you can do to make sure everything is getting into the hopper and not despawning, and I got this idea from MC Labs himself, is to just set some water atop the hoppers. Hey, lots of rhyming things in there. And it will all push them into one specific hopper so that they'll all slowly, you see, now it's all getting moved because the hoppers, you know, they can sometimes have the items bouncing on top of them. It's just really, it's a bad time. So now we're approaching the end of the quarry being done here. We've hit bedrock and it is just still breaking all the blocks underneath. No diamonds, unfortunately, but we got a good amount of coal, which it left behind. We got some redstone, and that's all she wrote. But once it hits its y equals 0 on the axis there, all the armor stands will delete themselves, so there's not going to be any lag or anything, and then all the items up here will continue to slowly add themselves into this little hopper system. As I said, I set up this little area for spillage, and it's all slowly collecting in here. So that, my dear friends, is the hopper, which kind of leads me into my next thing that this command block creation adds, and that is the iron forge. Yes, doesn't that sound a little bit intimidating? To get yourself an iron forge, you're going to need 4 iron blocks, a cauldron, and a lava bucket, and a sheep. It is time for you to die, friend. What you're going to want to do to make yourself this iron forge is to place a lava block, 2 deep like this. Go ahead, and, well, it doesn't need to be deep. You could technically do it on the ground if you want, but the point is you need to have a cauldron over the lava, and then touching on all the different sides of this cauldron are 4 different iron blocks. Now, once you've done that, the forge is actually set up. What it will do is this only works for iron ore, but just drop an iron ore right in there into the forge, and it will bring you 4 iron ingots. 1 ore for 4 ingots. That is efficient. That is efficiency if I've ever seen it. And just look at that. You can just pop it in like mad. Look, it's all, oh, baby. It is just stacking up the iron. Now, if it works properly, we should be looking at 4 stacks of iron. Look at that. 4 stacks of iron ingots off of 1 stack of iron ore. That is crazy. That is the iron forge, and that's something you're going to have if you add this command block creation to your world. Moving swiftly on, we have ourselves up next the mechanical sponge. Now, the mechanical sponges are going to require you a dropper, a block of iron, but you should have that more than covered if you've got the forge, and of course a sponge. Now what this is going to do is it acts as a permanent water drainer. Now in order to make this baby, you're going to need an iron block placed down. On top of that is a dropper facing upwards, and then on top of that is the sponge. And you'll notice it starts working instantly, and it permanently and perpetually will get rid of any water that is nearby here. Look at this. The water is not updating. I feel like I'm parting the seas right now. Even if you were to place water above, for example. Let's just stack up like this. You ready for this? Just like that. You'll see. You stack it up just... come on. Look at this. It will actually not go down any further. The mechanical sponge here is ensuring that no water touches these lands again. There's going to be a drought, folks, and it's all thanks to you. Alright, now this will be a fun one. I'm curious to see if this is going to work underwater. Okay, so let's give it a shot. Iron block, dropper, and then you got to place the sponge down, baby. No, I guess it doesn't really look like it wants to work. I think I might know why. You know you have to stand on top of this to activate it, right? So every time you stand on it, that's when these machines turn into their, mechanicalized, spongeized, thing. See, once, actually that time I just did it out of order because I'm such a bad guy. The moment you stand on it, right above it, that's when it begins working. So you kind of have to be quick if you want this to work. I think you could, in theory, slowly build down and empty out your oceans by doing it like that. See, you got to be so fast. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Oh, come on, man. Alright, so I think what you need to make sure you do is build it above sea level. I bet you if we move this up just a smidgen, let's see. We'll do it like this instead, with the dropper right here, and then a sponge. See, then it works instantly. So make sure when you're placing down your mechanical sponge that you do it above sea level. Otherwise, this stuff is going to happen. But once you've got that taken care of, you can slowly build off of what you've made and work your way down by doing this. Oh wow, this is some good stuff right here. Place you down and oh yeah, look at this. This is wild stuff. Of course, if you want to get rid of it, all you got to do is break this baby, and you'll get yourself a wet sponge back for your time. Look at that. Isn't that just lovely? And just like that, it's like you never made a dent in the ocean. That is the mechanical sponge. This next machine goes hand in hand with the mechanical sponge over here. It is the freezer, and it does exactly what you think it does. It stores all of your food and makes sure that it does not go bad. I'm just messing with you. It freezes blocks, of course. Now, in order to make this baby, you're going to need to place a dropper upwards, just like that. And then on top of that goes your iron block. And then finally, you put some snow down. And you have a freezer. Now what this will do is it will continuously freeze any water that is within a certain radius. It looks like within a 5-block radius of the sucker. You see, freezes instantly. Look at that. Look at that. you combine these in a few different spots. Suddenly you're going to have a nice frozen over lake. Come on, place you down. Place you down. Get the snow. Stand on top of it. Another freezer made just, and I tell you what, they look really sweet as well. Look at that. Up next, we have the firebox. Now, what this baby does is it lights mobs on fire that are within a certain radius. So let's go ahead. We'll just spawn you in right here. What you're gonna need is to grab yourself a bucket of lava. And we'll place you down just a smidgen, just like that. A dropper. I feel like there's a pattern here with the droppers. We got some constant dropper flow going on here. Now, once you've done that, place an iron block on top, and then just like that, you now have a fire block. Let's get some lights in here while we're at it. Now, the way the fire block works, well, you'll see in just a second here. Come on over. Come on over, friend. Come on over, friend. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, well, we'll just spawn egg. It will set mobs that are nearby it on fire, and they will take constant fire damage. This baby is going to be immensely useful for things like mob grinders. Perhaps you want to cook up some animals. Although it's a little bit finicky because, as you can see, it sets all sorts. See, come on, listen, man. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Stop moving around, piggy. See, now you stuck. You asked for that. You see? Now, it set the pig on fire here. It also looks like it set the items on fire. So maybe not that useful for cooking pig flesh, but definitely fun for killing mobs with. Check this out. Just get it, baby. Burn, baby, burn. Just go and burn. I'm sorry, I'm not going to sing anymore. Next up, we've got ourselves a block grinder. This baby will take numerous different types of blocks and grind them into other types of blocks. Now, this is going to be very useful, and I'll show you exactly how you make it. You get a dropper facing upwards. Come on, it should be obvious. It's pretty much dropper city over here. Stand on top of it. You've got yourself a magic block grinder. It's got the particles going and everything. The way this baby works is you grab some stone that you've mined up, maybe with your silk touch, maybe you've got a stone generator, place it on top. It will turn stone into cobblestone. It will turn cobblestone into gravel. It will turn gravel into 2 sand. Stone to cobblestone to gravel to 2 sand. Do you even understand what this means? Do you get it? You can double your sand output. Isn't that the most amazing? I forgot that nobody cares about sand. But that is the block grinder, and perhaps you might have some use turning your cobblestone into gravel instead. Here's a crazy optical illusion for you. The sun does not change size during this. The sun is not changing size. But it looks like it is. Oh yeah, we get distracted. This next one is going to make a lot of people happy, notably the farmers. This is the auto harvester. You place down a redstone block. On top of that, you place down a dropper facing upwards, and then you place down your dirt, and you now have an auto harvester. Now what this baby's going to do is it's going to harvest and automatically replant any potatoes, wheat, carrot, or even netherwort that is placed around it. Now, you don't have to set up the contraption like this. I'm just a weirdo and set it up in an interesting way. Allow me to show you how this baby works. We have ourselves here some wheat seeds, a patat, a carrot, and a netherwort, which I actually need soul sand for. I'm sorry, I messed up, man. Will you forgive me? But you'll notice, look, right as I bone meal this into fully grown, check it out. Not only did it harvest the wheat, but it replanted it instantly. Set some hoppers right underneath this auto harvester. Can you not? I guess you can't automatically grow netherwort. I thought you could. Set this up right on top of some, hopper systems that collect all of this, and you're going to be able to have infinite bread, carrots, potatoes, and netherwort that you don't even have to mess with. This baby will harvest without you. And if you place it in your spawn chunks, it will continue to harvest while you are out exploring. So every time you come home, you can grab a nice little stack of wheat, and just make as much bread as you want. You see? Oh, I think did it just harvest? I think it may have just harvested the nether wart. I don't really know. Anyways, final contraption to show off. This is the tree cutter, and it does exactly what you might think. It cuts trees and leaves. So to make this baby, you're going to need the following things. You're going to need to place a dropper facing upwards. On top of that, you're going to be placing down yourself a nice iron block. And then on top of that, a nice piece of wood. And now you have a tree cutter. Now the way this baby works is it will cut any leaves and logs planted just directly underneath here. So you'll see if we place down a sapling here, let's place down a nice oak sapling. Get some bone meal so we can not. Orange dye, a nice sapling. Place it down, let it grow, and check it out. The moment it grows, it will, in a direct line, take care of all of the logs here. Now, if you were to stack a bunch of these tree cutter, wood cutter, log cutter thingies right next to each other, which we're going to do right now, step 1, step 2, step 3, and then just go crazy, just walk on all of them. It's not that fun, I guess. But now you have a full-blown tree cutting army. And look at this. I tell you what, boy, it doesn't get any better than this. Plant down your sapling of truth and watch as all the leaves break instantly. You get the saplings from the leaves and all the logs break instantly too. It only works 11 blocks though. So if you're any higher up than 11 blocks, there's a solid chance it's actually going to miss some of the saplings that you are planting. Oh, did not mean to do that. Meant to plant you down. Hey. And look at that. Instant breaking satisfaction. It just doesn't get any better than that, folks. Now, the final thing that this single command block creation, only one command adds, is boat bombs. For whatever reason, there are boat bombs in game now. Now, the way to make yourself a boat bomb is to drop an Eye of Ender on top of a boat. It's going to eat that Eye of Ender. It's going to summon a magical demon that actually takes you to a new dimension. I'm just playing with you again, okay? You're so gullible. No, what it does is you place the Eye of Ender on top of a boat. You place down a pressure plate anywhere. Step on top of this. Madness. Try this again. Wow. That was an explosion. When we did it on the water, wasn't as impressive. Okay, hold on. I gotta line this place, man. What you are about to witness is probably the biggest mistake of my Minecraft career. We are gonna be blowing up way too many boats. Way too many boats. And actually, I want a really nice view of this. So let's go set block, boom, 1, boom, Minecraft stone. I think that's the command. Did I do it? Yes, I did. Place down this pressure plate and check it out. Oh! Oh, yeah. That's some damage. Oh, hey, this one was too far to get picked up by the madness. Let's try again. Ooh! Look at that! There was a whole, like, cliff here before, and it's just all gone. It's all gone. With the power... Oh, can I cause an avalanche right here? Of boat bombs. Yes, hey, that's freaking sweet. Now, the obvious downside to a lot of these creations is the fact that it's gonna cause a little bit of lag. I got a pretty decent computer. You know, I'm hitting 30 frames per second right now, which is, I guess, acceptable. But for a lot of you might see some frame rate drops. So just keep that in mind. If you're gonna use this creation, don't use them all right next to each other. Like, just spread them out. If you spread them out, it's going to work better. It's not going to be as laggy. You're not going to get 22 frames per second. But either way, guys, this is all industrial machines. 9 awesome things to add to your Minecraft world using only one command. Isn't that insane? So big thank you to MC Labs for making this awesome Minecraft redstone creation. If you want to check out his channel, like I said, it's going to be linked in the description below. Of course, if you want to see more only one command on the channel yourself, you're going to have to drop a like on the video. Like I said, we get 2,500 likes for this amazing combination of command blocks all placed nicely together to form all these amazing contraptions, then it would mean so much to me to have your support. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new and you want to see more on the channel as well. And we will see you later. Peace out.